and what we're going to do to kind of sum up this whole class. Okay? So that's, and the ones I've seen, if the rest of you are somewhere along the same lines, I look, you know, your lesson plans are going to be fine. Okay? But I do want you to be thinking in the terms, using that format, and a professional looking at it, not some guy off the street who's a substitute teacher. They might give them that title. Okay? So in this one, I'm looking at it and I'm looking for some key parts. Do y'all get it? Y'all know what you got to be doing here? You got the whole big picture in mind. Okay? And it starts with that. All right, I'm gonna take a brief moment here with you and your table partner. Okay, you and your table partner, just for the sake of time. But I want you to understand this word, and it's one of our, well, it's right now, it's my only essential question. What does it mean to unpack a standard? Raise your hands if you've heard that term before. 1, 2, 3 maybe. All of you need to know them. And it's really just from student, from teacher lingo for, you got to start with a standard. And here's the stuff I want you to know about. Okay? And I'll even put, you know, maybe you should take a picture of this board here if you don't want to write it down. But this is what I expect you to know about unpacking the standard. If I give you a sample standard on a test and I say, hey, unpack this baby, tell me what it's want. Here's the questions I want you to do. Okay? And that's going to be up there. It's not going to disappear. But I'm doing this in the form of a poll, everywhere poll. Let's see if I got you right here. Okay? My polls. Now, I don't know how many of y'all had one of your professors or someone to break down the standards for you, but I want you to know these key things right here about a standard. Now, this should not be news to all of you. This should be, I feel, most of y'all are juniors or seniors, and I don't know if I'm your first education course, it might be news for you. But all your teaching you'll ever do in public schools starts with a standard. So it's critical that you know what it means to unpack it. Now, the reason I say unpack is because when you read a standard, there's a lot of stuff packed into it, okay? The suitcase is there, and they packed a lot in there that you'll need. Well, at some point, you're going to have to unpack it. Okay? I'm going to bring this one back up here because it's pretty, for example. Here's a standard. This right here, this part here, the grade level expectation is considered the standard, okay? It's got a code with it. Grade level expectation, grade 03, number 7.1.1. I don't want to just see that. I want, when I ask your standard, paraphrase it. That's why in my sample I said, paraphrase this right. Okay, that's what the state, how they label all of them. It's some coding. Okay, don't put that. Put down something that means something. Okay? It's pretty cut and dried stuff once you understand what's what. Because almost whether it's this is what the science ones look like. Y'all have seen them. I made you download them. I think I have also got an English one here. I tried to. I didn't keep posting. One thing I was telling some students that arrived early, that the science would look like this. Nice, cool little chart, little graphic organizer going on. But the English ones, they're just listed a lot of text on the screen. It's confusing. But they all still have these titles. Grade level expectations, checks for understanding, SPIs for Tennessee. Okay? What means what? Okay? This is you won't see any SPIs until the 3rd grade or later. I don't know if you know that. People I put in the 1st grade and the 2nd grade teams in here, y'all will not have any SPIs because there's no testing done for 1st or 2nd graders in Tennessee. But when they hit the 3rd grade, all the things they were supposed to be learning in there kind of comes to bear then. So it's not that you don't have to worry about them taking a test. They're just not tested on some of that fundamental knowledge until they're in the 3rd grade. So it's still critical that the things that you are teaching them is there. Okay? And simply, the verbs in the standard tell you what the student should be able to do. Okay? When you look at a standard. And the nouns in the standard tell you what the student should be able to know and possibly understand. It's either terms or concepts or both. Okay? So, those are the fundamentals. The grade level expectation, that's how it's worded. It's packed in here. Look at this particular one. Use magnifiers to make observations of specific plant and animal body parts and describe their functions. That's the standard. It's packed in there. It's got a lot of words. Okay? Now to unpack that, you mentally have to look at what's the verbs in that rascal. This tells you what to teach. These verbs and nouns tell you what to teach, which then in response tells you what activities am I going to use. Okay? Now what I want you to do, you and your table partner, right there in the next 5 minutes, I might give you less than 5, but in 5 minutes, I want you to tell me what, using this standard, let's just use this to make things a little quicker. Use this standard right here. Tell me what the students are supposed to be able to do and what they are supposed to know. Okay? What they're supposed to do and what they're supposed to know. Real quick, just a little jot down on there. I'm going to ask tables to share. You know, what are they supposed to do? What are the verbs that's telling them what to do? And what are the nouns that tell them what they're supposed to know after you've taught this standard to your 3rd grade class? On your mark, get set, go. You've got 4 minutes. You might want to make your list. Do this. Know this. Y'all are unpacking the standard is what you're doing right now. You're looking at the standard and saying, what are they supposed to do? I ain't never taught life science to 3rd graders. Three minutes. 3 minutes. What they should know, what they should be able to do. One minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, that's probably in the
I'm going to pull up something.
Yeah.
Go get your computer out or your telephone out or what. Y'all going to do this poll. This is how I want to kind of get a little feedback from you guys. That way every one of you have a chance to give me a little feedback on this particular one. Come on. Come on. Okay. Couple of minutes here. This is in your assigned standard, which is what you just did. In 6 words or less, list what the student should be able to do. Just real briefly, all of y'all give some things that you think, so we can kind of see what the audience. I want to give you about a minute or so without seeing the responses. Then I want to click to the live post. I've got it on the thing here. 631-316. And there I am, 37607. In yours, what the student should be able to do. Let's see what some of the answers coming in. This is unpacking the standards. Very simple. You have to do it. You'll need to do it every time you look at your standards. This guides your teaching. See what it shows me here. That's too slow. Are you kidding me? It's the first time I used a ticker. I thought it was going to tick faster. 12, right now it's showing 12. Let me, I don't think I can change the, like if I stop it, I want to stop it, I want to change the way, I want to edit my question. Too late now.
Scroll over the question, the little settings button at the top.
What now?
You scroll over there, there's that button.
No, top of one more, yeah.
Do that. Thank you. Maybe it'll, now I want to go top of full screen. Maybe it'll start showing some. There we go. So here's a specific here. Which cell is a plant or an animal? Use magnifiers to make observations. Use, observe, describe, investigate, identify. Describe functions through observing. The teacher better have what tool in here to make sure the kids get this? What science tool do they need to make sure they've got in order to accomplish this? Well, that's a magnifying glass. Yeah. Use a magnifier. Identify parts of a plant. Yeah. Most likely, I can see that Tennessee State test now. They're going to have a diagram of a plant right up there for third graders, right? And they're going to have little lines going out, A, B, C, D. And the question is going to be, which part is the leaf? Which part is the roots? Which part is the flower? So, if students hadn't been doing that in class, they might not get a clue. And most of the time, it's not even words, it's a graph they have to interpret. Okay? So y'all are all over it here. Parts of a plant, magnifiers. Students got in order to get that, address that particular standard, the students need to be doing those activities. Okay? Of some sort. I won't stop this. Toggle. Oh, I did stop. Sorry. Now I'm going to see how good you are on the fly, right here. Just so happens I've got a cup full of tongue depressors with your name on them. Okay, this question is for